The 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
I know for us it's fun, and it's not so much fun for the rookie receivers when we see them coming into the league and we're good training camps. You see them working on getting 2 feet down instead of 1. But the best ones train in college trying to get 2 down instead of 1, so the transition's a little bit less. In this case, though, wasn't able to complete it anyway.
Rosen again on 2nd and 10. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time, gets the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Thomas. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead.
Next to score, Giants 7, Dolphins nothing.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Rosen to throw. Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Rosas to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point. Pressure comes and down goes Rosen. Kareem Martin just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And now it's Rosen looking, and that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Trying to get it that time to Stills, but now it'll be third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. Oh, he's got some breathing room. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
This will be taken short. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And some dangerous territory. Already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Line 36. Cut. Alert.
On third down, Rosen. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off at the 33. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Rosas now to add the PAT. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Giants 28, Dolphins nothing. Aldrich Rosas to kick off for the Giants.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken very short. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger-happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Rosen. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Here comes Peppers. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha. Check 59. Ready?
On 1st and 10, Jones. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make this a second down.
Is that not the very definition of a tough yard gain?
Now, is that one where as the receiver you go to your quarterback and say, why'd you even throw that?
Yeah, I think you do, and I think you wonder what type of a route are you going to send me on that only 1 yard's going to be the result? If I'm going to go in there and take contact, let's go and get something out of it, not just 1 yard.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
64, weak. 59. Hey, keep it. Hey. Hustle, hustle.
Now Jones. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Kiko Alonso in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
Protein spill. Hey, Echo. Mine's 59. Hey, go. Shoot.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A very solid gain of 27.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, the 30. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Extra point up. And good by Sanders. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. As we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. As we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. New York set to take the field. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
But I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Go.
Here's Jones. Going to throw again. He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. That's an experienced DB picking off a rookie, and you know sometimes those experienced DBs, they love going against the young pups, don't they?
And I go back to the offseason, had a quick conversation with him about, hey, when you play younger quarterbacks, what's it like for you? And he says it's like being a boxer. I give him a lot of different angles, a lot of different looks, and a lot of times I just bait the young guy.
And there he baited him right into the interception. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenny Stills, 68 yards. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
New York set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Jones operating from the gun. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it in without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, 42 yards. And the Giants add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken short. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his Guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
We go! 50, plant. Oh, you got deep? He's coming, he's coming. 6-6, pull it high. Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. 5.
Jones now on first down. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch.
Second and goal at the 1-yard line.
Second and goal from the 1.
Watch the curl, watch the curl.
Jones keeps it himself, and he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Daniel Jones on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Rosas to add the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Giants 42, Dolphins 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
The Dolphins take over first and 10
Let's go!
at their own 25-yard line.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want, and he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Faking the give to Drake, now Rosen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. He was looking for Parker that time, and now it's third down. Now Rosen looking to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Marcus Golden coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Returning is Peppers. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 45, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
We got to step it up.
From the red zone now, here's Rosen on first down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson.
Middle. Hey, exit.
Here we go.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Alert.
From the gun, it's Rosen. That's Stills bringing it in. Finding room to the 20. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenny Stills with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. Now Rosen will lead him up here to go for 2. Now Rosen. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And New York set to take the field. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
218, chopper.
Check three.
Jones to throw again. Going right side, he finds Slayton. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
Bravo! Hey. Deep rip.
Throwing on first down. Jones going up top. This is caught inside the 15. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, 55 yards. And the Giants add on to their lead. Roses now to add the PAT. And that stretches the lead to 27.
Next to score, Giants 49, Dolphins 22.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple of extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you. And we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick.
We play to win. Let's go.
Okay, ready?
52, Mike, 52.
You must be dreaming.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Everyone's
Get
going.
it.
Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache.
Now Saquon Barkley. Bobby McCain here, the one who brings him down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
You better bring it.
That's complete left side to Shepard. There goes Sterling Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Giants have got it on cruise control. Rosas to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Giants 56, Dolphins 22.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
Hey, alert, alert.
Rosen on 1st and 10. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. There for the sack, B.J. Hill.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Rosen will throw. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It can be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 50-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Ready?
They'll run it again with Barkley. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A nice 1st down pickup on a gain of 6.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Ready?
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, 37 yards. And the Giants just continue to pour it on. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken short. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Check, 59. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
On 1st down, it's Rosen. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 3rd down and 5.
Ready.
52. Block 52.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Big grip.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Dolphins.
Here we go. 50, plant.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end.
Get.
A first down carry for Barkley. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A gain of 3, second down.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, Barkley. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the Giants kicker, Aldrick Rosas. And the kick by Rosas is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Middle.
They'll start the drive with Drake. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. They stay on the ground with Drake. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has in total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now. It's caught. Stills, right side. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Get some space. On 1st down, Drake trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Right back to Drake. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
To throw is Rosen. And to the left side here, Wilson. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Giants are going to get the football back. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Again, it's Barkley. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Topper!
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.